Hi Stampers, this is Karen Phillip from Stampin' with Z Grandma Karen. Today's project will be making this adorable cube card. It folds up easily to fit in an envelope, in a regular A2 envelope, and then they pop it up and they get this cute 3D card. Let's get started. First of all, I'll show you in white on how to cut it and score it. So you'll use an 8.5 by 11 piece of paper, and I'm going to cut this 8.5, and it's already 8.5 one way. So you'll just have an 8.5 inch square. Next, you'll be scoring it at 2 inches, 2 inches, 2 inches or 4 inches, and 8 inches, or a half an inch on the right side. So you have 2, 2, 4, and then you're going to turn it 90 degrees so that you have the score lines going the opposite direction. Now we'll be cutting it at 2 inches, 2 inches, and 4 inches. So you'll have a half inch piece at the end, a 4 inch piece, and two 2 inch pieces. And I'll post these on my blog as well, all the dimensions. So here I have them already in the blue. This is Balmy Blue. Or no, Seaside Spray. So what we're going to do first is take each of them and fold them on the score lines. So you have your little half inch piece and then your 2 inch, actually each piece is 2 inches. So you have that one. And then you do that with the smaller ones. Just fold them each on the score lines. And we'll be using this little half inch piece in a little bit. So then you lay them all flat, and I like to do them all in one direction so it's easier to know what you're doing. And I'm using the Stampin' Seal Plus, or you could use Terran tape to put adhesive on the little half inch part on the top, on each one of those pieces, like that. Then we're going to fold in your little half inch piece, and actually wait, no, we're gonna fold in the first panel, and the half inch piece goes up, and then you'll fold the other panel and catch it in the middle. Then you have one square, just like that. So we're gonna do that again. Fold it on your first big square. Your half inch piece is right here in the middle, and then fold it down, your second square, and then the big square, same thing. Fold it over on your first 2 inch piece, half inches down, and fold it in the middle, and now you have your 3 cubes. And that's how you get your cubes to start with. The next step, we're going to put the little flapper for your sentiment in here. So it's a little piece that's so that it can move and still show out. So we're going to take our scrap piece and we're going to cut it on the 4 inch line, and then we'll fold it on the score line and cut it down to 1 inch. So you have basically a 2 inch piece, but you already have the score lines. It's just making it easier for scoring. Same thing with this piece. You fold it in half, cut it down 1 inch, discard the extra pieces. So you have 2 little pieces like this. You'll put the adhesive on one part of it, on the top or bottom, doesn't matter, they're both the same, like so. Then we're taking our larger cube, and the seam is in the back, and we'll just push it down. We'll take our little flapper piece, we'll go up about 3/4 of an inch to the center and push it down. And so we have the piece that's glued, and then this piece just goes up, and then the other one, the adhesive side down, of course, and put that right up against that other one. And so that's how we're going to get our little flappers. The next step, we'll take our smaller cubes again. The seam goes in the back, and we'll be gluing with strong adhesive. Again, this Stampin' Seal Plus works really nice on just one of the cubes on the back. So this is the only cube. And then same thing with the other one. Okay, now we're going to put them on so that the flappers, the one part gets covered and the other part stays up. So you'll take the two that are sticking up, push them to one side, take the adhesive side and put it on the bottom of your piece, but even, so it'll just fit inside your cube. So that's what it looks like. Then you'll take your little flappers and you'll push them both to the other side and put your other side on there. And then you have your flappers on the inside like that. Next step will be just decorating it. And I used just squares. There's different ways of doing this. I've seen different ways. So these are 1 3/4 inch squares, and there's 8 of them. And then I already adhered the other ones. I have one that's white, it's embossed with a snowflake embossing powder. And then this is with the Snowflake Splendor designer paper, and it's one of the designs, and these are 1.5 by 1.5. So then we are just putting them on the bottom. So we need to just glue them on. Oops. Sometimes it doesn't like to start on smaller pieces. Okay, and then we're just going to center it on each of the squares. So there's 8 of these. So we'll do the bottom first. Goes pretty quick. And then you'll push these down, and then you have these 4 squares. And this one right here, it will be up here. I'm doing that one in white just for a little change up. So that goes right there. Oops, I'm missing one. Okay. This one I have to put a little square in here, but I'll just put it on there for now, just to show you. And this last one. Okay. So here's like that. So now we have all 8 pieces, but when you fold it, then at least you'll have the sentiment, and underneath here is the other flappers with the sentiment. The next step is decorating some more. So we're going to take this tree that I had from the can't remember what it's from. It's not Rooted in Nature, but there's another, Winter Wonderland, or I'll have to put it down, I don't remember. So this one, you want to push these down. Well, if you put it up, then you're going to make sure that it goes on the bottom of this. So if you push this down like that, that's where your tree will go, but you only want to adhere it to about half of it. And I would use a strong adhesive for that. So we're putting that on the bottom, and it can extend over here. So it just goes to the bottom. So now when you push it up, it goes up this way, but then when you have it in your envelope, this is exactly 5.5 inches. So this tree size is perfect. But that's the key part. You don't want this to extend the 5.5. The next step is, let's put the sentiment in. I've already stamped it. This is from Rustic Retreat, I believe. So I stamped it already, and I punched it out of one of our punches. And again, all the details will be on all the items will be listed on my blog. So then we're going to take this and we're going to get our flappers out. So I'm pushing it to one side, push it down, pushing this to the other side, push it down, and then open it up. Put the adhesive on the back of the label, just one row, and then just stick that onto your little flapper thing. And you can trim them if you'd like. So this little excess here, just trim that off. And then when you open it up, then that will go on the inside. There. So that's, and now they'll see it's a little flapper, and now when you close it, it'll be flat. The last part, I have added some snowflakes, and I like to use dotted tape for intricate items, or you could use our adhesive sheets, but this was handy for me, so I just put one snowflake on. And the reason why I use dotted is then you don't get all the webs when you use regular glue. So I'll put this up here so it doesn't interfere with the tree, and I'll put one here, kind of off to the side, and on this one I put a blue one, and then I added some iridescent pearls, and I put one here, here. Threes are always good, and we need to put one here. Sorry for all the background noise. I'm doing something out there, I don't know what. There, and that's all there is to it. So it's really not as difficult as it looks. I hope you enjoyed this, and go make a few. Oh, let me show you a couple of other designs that I've done. This is the first one that I created. It's got the seahorse, and I was going for the kind of nautical look. And so this says happy birthday, and these pop out. And then this is another Christmas one using the flower paper, and it doesn't extend up when it's folded, but it's just another, oops, another one like that. So go make one. Thanks for watching, and have a great day.